What up, guys? Welcome back to Benny L's Fishing. So, like I said in my last video, I was gonna try to do like a Christmas gift kind of idea video, and it got me thinking because there's a lot of stuff out there that I love to get for Christmas. But it brought me back to a question that I always get asked. Hey, I wanted to get you something for Christmas, and honestly, I just didn't want to get you a gift card, and I just didn't know what to get you. And for me, sometimes when I hear that, I'm like, guys, like, it's not that difficult. Like, you can get me any type of little thing out there, and I'd probably be more than glad to get it. So what I did was thinking, I'm like, what are the socks and underwear gifts that you can get someone for Christmas? So this is like basically the socks and undroos video. Like, I'm going to throw a few things in here that are a little bit more expensive and stuff like that, but this is the stuff that day in, day out, most of us fishermen go through. We love using it. We'll actually use it. It's the stuff that, at the end of the day, we'll have. Like, we'll grab it and we'll go boom. And on top of all, I'm going to throw a little bonus in there to help make this gift a little bit more special at the end of the day. So that way it's not just you just like handing someone just some like, oh, here's this package. Cool, thanks, awesome. That was so easy to wrap. I could barely hide it. So anyways, guys, I got a collection of stuff here on the front deck of the Skeeter. And yeah, let's get at it. You can see here, I got a variety of stuff. I got some rods and stuff like that. So let's kind of get into this a little bit. So, number one, most of us, at any given time, guys, one of the biggest things we need at the end of the day is fishing line, okay? This is a fluorocarbon fishing line. This is a braid fishing line. Basically, if you're, getting a gift for someone and you really don't know, fluorocarbon and braid are kind of like the two top lines out there. Mono is still being used a little bit, but if you're going to get someone fishing line, braid or fluorocarbon is a really good bet. Now, moving down the line on, just kind of keeping with the fishing line kind of theme, bobber stops, okay? We use these day in, day out, and it's one of the things we sometimes just straight up forget. I mean, I carry toothpicks with me because how much I actually forget to buy bobber stops. So that's one little thing out there. It's, like I said, these are small things in that you kind of like, Ben, come on, no, we're doing the socks and underwear thing right now, guys, all right? So moving on down next, we got hooks. Now, just grabbed a couple packages out of, my tackle and stuff like that. Thing about hooks are, they come in so many different sizes. You got trebles, you got offsets, you got wide gaps, you got flipping hooks, you got straight shank hooks, you got drop shot hooks. Honestly, you can't go wrong with buying a variety of those, honestly, for someone that goes fishing. We'll use them. We always use them. We always need hooks. It's something that's like one of the things that when you go through your tackle, oh man, I gotta go get hooks. I can't believe I forgot to get hooks. Something like, these are the things like, hey man, like when you run through your brain and you're out fishing, like, oh man, I need to get more hooks, okay? So like I said, hooks are a great bet to get someone that's fishing. Really, really good. Moving on down the line, weighted jig hooks, like, like your ball heads, your shaky heads, stuff like this, little things like this go a long way. And yet again, they make multiple different types, so what are the hot things out there? Well, one of the biggest baits out there that you can get for a weighted hook would be a ball head jig. It's pretty much universal. You can use it on a lot of different things. Net heads are kind of getting out there. They're kind of like a pretty popular bait right now. Shaky heads, it's kind of a staple, old school kind of a bait. And then, you move on to a couple other ones like, like your Damiki rigs and stuff like that. But yet again, these are all gifts that when we're out there, these are the things we need. These are our socks and underwears. All right. Moving around again, we got weights. I just grabbed a few of them out there. I don't know if you guys, there you go. I think you can see that a little better. The bottom one on my fingers right here, that one just moved. It's a drop shot weight. This would be a flipping weight. Well, I just fell. Oh wells. And then we got like a worm weight, your bullet weights. Guys, these are things that we need, you know, so you can definitely get a few packages of those, ranging in different weights and sizes, from down to your 16th ounce all the way up to your 1.5 ounce, even 2 ounces. We use them, you know, that's flipping. Another thing out there would be tungsten putty. Kind of a big proponent of this. This is something that maybe not a lot of guys have, but, you know, you might want to think about getting it. You know, it's something really kind of cool. All right, guys, it's getting on there, but this is our bread and butter stuff. So these are the gifts that people can get you, and it's not really going to cost them an arm and a leg, and you're not really going to be looking at them like, oh. So honestly, scissors, we need them. We lose them, you know. We lose them all the time. A good pair of scissors is really a long way to go. Next thing that you can get somebody would be like some scent. You know, bait scents. You know, we definitely use those quite a bit. You know, it's kind of a new thing, not new thing. You know, some people use them, some people don't. And maybe your buddy doesn't use them. Whatever, you know, get them some scents. You know, they'll probably try it out at least. Can't go wrong with getting someone a good scale. You know, a good weight scale is something that we all kind of use and need. You know, that's really realistically some of the cooler things out there that, you know, a little more expensive, but you know, a good scale that holds weights and stuff like that is really top notch. Like that's a really nice scale. So if you're out there and you see kind of the prices on it, you're like, ooh, wow. You know, ones that kind of keep your weights and all that stuff and help you out with culling and are really easier to use, top notch. So if you wanted to be a little bit more top notch, you know, go for a little bit more expensive scale. But I'm not telling you to do that. All right, guys, I'm looking around here. Kind of getting down to the last of the stuff. Basically, we got the storage. Now, these are containers. You know, they're all different sizes. You know, we got the, you know, bag. These are great for soft plastics. You can load these up, too, with a few soft plastics at that bait shop, like Ben's Tackle Shack, and give this all in one gift. Huge gift. Maybe it didn't cost you a lot. You know? This holds my lines, kind of a nice little cool little thing, kind of nichey. You know, they said that all different sizes, as you can hear from that. That's my weights. All right, guys. So now, you know, before we move on to some of the nicer things, so to speak, or the more expensive, you might be asking yourself, well, that's all great, Ben, but you said, how can I kind of bring this up a notch? How can I take these gifts and turn them into something? Well, number one, it's going to take buying a couple of these things right off the bat. I actually forgot one thing too, to be honest with you, before we go on a little bit further, but we'll bring that in kind of with it. Get one of these containers, you know, get a container like this. See how I have the weights in it and all that stuff? Take some of these things right here, put them in that. Now you actually have a gift that's like, we're going to remember that. We need the containers, we need the weights, we need the fishing line, we need all that stuff. And then to put it in a container, to have it and it be semi-organized, top notch. That, I can't think of how many people out there that I go fishing with that if someone like, dude, like a family member, a friend, whoever's, man, they got me this. And then when, you know what they did? They put all the hooks in it and they organized it. So like now I have all my hooks organized in a nice container and they wrapped it up. And, you know, it was a really thoughtful gift. I mean, these are the thoughtful gifts. Okay, guys? So that's my one little tip, my bonus, you know, like if you really want to take these gifts up a notch and you don't want to just spend a few dollars on this or that, or maybe you do just want to spend a few dollars, you can turn that few dollar spendings into a really meaningful gift by just adding a container to it. Now, one of the things I forgot to mention, rod socks. We always need rod socks. And yet again, this is one of those things, the packages they come in, you can fit it into a container. You can fit that into a container and put it all in one. You know, a lot of this stuff you can fit into a container, even if it was mosh poshy like I have it. A lot of people will go, okay, you know, maybe it doesn't have everything I like, but hey, I'll use it. I'll go through it. I'll definitely have it. And it's something that they actually put thought into. We'll really appreciate something like that as a fisherman. So if you're looking to get a little bit more exclusive, you know, rods, I got a couple of my duckets out here. You know, this would be the Jacob Wheeler series. They're actually coming out with a newer series next year. It's going to be the Jacob Wheeler Signature Series. Sorry for that stumble. I can tell you right now, if I could get my hands on one of those, that would be like a Santa gift for me, straight up. You know, and then I got my high-end one. They're black ice, fairly expensive rod, but man, they are sensitive. I do love these rods. I will say that, you know, they're really, really sensitive. Like I said, I use a variety of them. You know, I'm not just, you know, all top notch, so to speak. But at the end of the day, a nice rod, a nice reel, with some fishing line on it, that's another top notch thing. But it will more than likely be, you know, that one gift, and then you probably will be getting socks and underwear after that. So, you know, if someone can do that for you, cool. If someone can't, you know, maybe stick to some of this stuff down here. All right, guys, that'll help you out. All right, and one of the last things that, honestly, we don't really pay enough attention to sometimes, and, you know, we tend to purchase just regular old whatevers, but it's sunglasses, guys. I can't tell you enough. A good pair of sunglasses goes a long way, all right? A good pair. Now, these are Baggios. I, you know, recently got onto them this year. I love them. They're really, really good. They're worth the investment when you buy a good pair of sunglasses. These protect your eyes on so many accords. That's whether you're flipping jigs, you know, just branches running into your eyes or whatever, or even just the sun beating down on them. A solid pair of sunglasses is huge. It is huge. I can't tell you how big getting sunglasses are that are top-notch, top quality, like Baggios, that at the end of the day, you are not going to realize it, but I'm telling you, you're going to see a difference. Not only do they have awesome lens technology and frames and stuff like that, but when you buy sunglasses with all those things to it, they create less fatigue. And for me, that's huge because I work outside 9 times out of the day. I'm on the water a lot, and the sun really affects you. You know, it really beats down on you. And then having a bad pair of sunglasses and making you squint and uncomfortable and not lightweight, you know, while it seems kind of meaningless, guys, they're huge. So getting a good pair of sunglasses or asking for a good pair of sunglasses, even if it's the only thing you do ask for at the end of the day, or a nice rod and reel setup like this, you know, at the end of the day, it's worth it. It definitely is. But realize that these are a little bit more. So maybe it's something you might want to go out, you know, on yourselves and get. So guys, if you didn't want to do the gift card thing this year, you wanted to go out there and get something for somebody, and you tried and you just don't know where to go, look, get yourself down to a local tackle shop. Even if you don't like some of these things here and you say, hey, I want to be a little bit more top notch, you know, get down somewhere. You know, Ben's, pointing the wrong way here. You know, they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome. They're great people to deal with. They'll help you out. And at the end of the day, you'll walk away with a friend and more knowledge. And who knows? I shop there myself all the time. And hey, maybe if you're shopping for me, that person might say, hey, he uses a lot of this, or he uses a lot of that. You know, so maybe hitting up that local tackle shop in your area, you know, and, you know, Ben's Tackle Shack, I can tell you right now, top-notch people, they'll help you out no matter what. Tell them you watch this video, say, hey, Benny Hale sent me over here. He told me you guys will help me out trying to get a socks and underwear gift for my buddy, or whoever you know that's fishing. I got you. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this one. I know it's kind of a long one, but anyways, I'll get at you on the next one. Peace.